A coincidence or an attempt to sabotage the nuclear talks? An attack on an Iranian ship in the Red Sea? Iran says the MV Saviz was being used as a base to support logistical and anti-piracy operations. But it's long been believed the cargo ship was used by Iran's Revolutionary Guards, and Israel quickly emerged as a possible suspect for the attack. Last month, Israel had accused Iran of targeting one of its vessels, but neither country is admitting responsibility for either incident. In the case of the MV Saviz, it's believed a mine was attached to the ship as the nuclear talks in Vienna got underway.
It's hard to consider this a coincidence. Maybe it is. But, the good news is that the entire world supports a return to the nuclear deal by the US and Iran.
China is once again playing the aggressor card, intimidating its neighbors and flexing its military muscle. In the latest in a series of provocations, China has increased its forays into Taiwanese airspace, but Taiwan isn't backing down. Taiwan's foreign minister says the island nation will fight to the end if China attacks. We will fight a war if we need to fight a war, says Taiwan's FM. Now, this after China sent more fighter jets into Taiwan's air defense zone on Wednesday. In a stepped-up show of force around the island, Beijing claims as its own. On Monday, China said an aircraft carrier group was exercising close to the island. Taiwan's defense ministry says 15 Chinese aircraft, including 12 fighters, entered its air defense identification zone. Taiwan's Air Force sent up aircraft to intercept and warn the Chinese away.
U.S. President Joe Biden will unveil his first plan to curb gun violence on Thursday, after a slew of mass shootings put pressure on him to act. A White House official told reporters that Biden will give the Justice Department 30 days to propose ways to reduce the number of so-called ghost guns. Those are guns that are untraceable and self-assembled. In the next 60 days, the DOJ also will be asked to propose limits on stabilizing braces, which effectively turn pistols into rifles. The official added that other measures include investment in community violence prevention, compiling a report on arms trafficking, and drafting red flag laws, which allow local law enforcement to remove guns from people considered dangerous.
Myanmar's ambassador to the UK has been locked out of the embassy in London. He said representatives of Myanmar's military junta have taken control of the building. The junta had attempted to recall the ambassador last month after he spoke in support of civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi and urged for her release from detention. This comes as daily protests against the coup become increasingly dangerous. At least 15 people were killed across Myanmar on Wednesday.
A biological Fukushima. One expert says it's though a nuclear reactor has set off a chain reaction in Brazil that is completely out of control. But Brazil's COVID-19 death toll over the past week is worse than all nuclear disasters in history combined. More than 4,000 deaths on Tuesday set a new record. With President Bolsonaro against lockdowns, social distancing and vaccines, people are wanting answers. Brazil has broken daily death records every week since February, as a more contagious local variant fuels an uncontrollable outbreak.
Australian scientists have developed a world-first laser to be fired at space junk, blasting them out of orbit to avoid catastrophic collisions. Experts say the many millions of pieces of debris pose a risk to astronauts and billions of dollars worth of satellites.
One small switch for man, one giant beam for mankind.
A real breakthrough for space technology worldwide.
It's destination space for this laser fired from an observatory overlooking Canberra. The ray of light goes where no man has gone before, the ends of the universe, to help protect $900 billion worth of satellites and crucial space infrastructure orbiting Earth.
The primary causal factor for this traffic collision was driving at a speed unsafe for the road conditions and the inability to negotiate the curve of the roadway. Estimated speeds at the first area of impact were 84 to 87 miles per hour, and the final estimated speed when the vehicle struck the tree was 75 miles per hour. There were no citations issued, and there are no signs of impairment. Now, I know there are some saying somehow he received a special or a preferential treatment any of some kind. That is absolutely false.
Dramatic video has revealed the heart-stopping moment. Flames erupted on a ship heading home to Australia from Antarctica. It was a terrifying experience for the 109 crew and passengers on board, thousands of kilometres out to sea with no help in sight.
A scary sight in the middle of the Southern Ocean. Smoke billows from the ship before flames tear through one of the engine rooms. The blaze erupted on MPV Everest on Monday. 2 inflatable boats on the deck were destroyed before it was extinguished by the ship's fire suppression system. The ship had been on a resupply mission to Australia's Davis and Mawson research stations in Antarctica. It was 550 nautical miles into its journey home when the fire broke out. MPV Everest has continued travelling north using its other engine room.